What's up, you guys? How you guys doing? I want to talk a little bit more about the Korean Games case, and then I want to talk about the Paul O'Neill case. If you guys don't know, I'm gonna post all the links below about everything I'm talking about. But for one, we look at the Korean Games. Just like I said, she was in the wrong for fussing with the cops right there when that altercation happened when she got pulled over by the cops. But still, when they came to her place, I'm seeing people saying this dumb ideology like, oh, she put her child's life in danger. But when police have standoffs like that, I mean, we see it in TVs all the time. Like even then, they had to bring a SWAT team to stop her for getting this little misdemeanor, or whatever, driving her car without a tag. But even then, when they seen she had a gun, they have proper protocols to get the people. Like they went and got her. What the family said, which I'm gonna post a link below, was like less than 8 hours. They just came in there barging, guns rushing and stuff like that. I've seen people using this ideology that they had to use guns. The guns was no other choice. They couldn't use bean bags or even stunt gas or stunt grenades or tear gas because that could have hurt the child. But to me, that's the dumbest ideology in the world. So you tell me shooting bullets at someone is better than throwing tear gas or a flashbang at somebody. I heard people saying this argument like a flashbang can make a kid go deaf or blind, or tear gas can have severe cases against a kid that age or whatever. Okay, that's true, but come on, take your pick. Would you rather be in the house that's getting tear gas, flashbang, or rather get shot? Like, come on, if you get shot in any place, it can be fatal. Tear gas is not necessarily a fatal thing. That's why they have them things. It's not lethal. People need to really think about the ideology that happened and stop acting like just because someone does something wrong that it's right that the police does something wrong too. Two wrongs do not make a right. It's just the dumbest ideology in the whole world to me. And it's really sad because it seems like when black women do stuff, people always want to demonize them. Oh, she had attitude. Oh, she had a ghetto. That's why we see these things like ghetto names and stuff. All we do is demonize black women. To me, that's just some BS. Like, so what if she's done wrong? She did not deserve to die. That's flat out facts. No one deserves to die just because they have a disagreement with the cop or whatever. That's retarded. We need to really think about this ideology. Now, I don't want to talk too much on that case because I spoke about that. I want to also talk about this Paul O'Neill guy, which I'm going to post a link below if you guys don't know. This guy was an 18-year-old, stole a cop car, not a cop car, I'm sorry, stole a car and was running wild, almost hit a cop and things like that. And the cops shot at him, busted at him because they heard shots, but they heard shots from the first cop who shot. To me, this is a dumb ideology too, because for one, people act like, oh, he put other people's lives in danger. Of course, anyone who commits a crime are putting other people's lives in danger. We know this stuff. We don't gotta say obvious stuff to justify murder. But for one, I'm gonna tell you guys a little personal story. My neighbor next door to me, well, not right next door, but close to me, Puerto Rican cat, cool. He said he was stealing cars when he was like 18 and stuff like that. And he tells stories about him doing things like that. He got away with it. He had actually a gang of people stealing cars, him and his little crew. But guess what? He's like 40 something years old, 30 something years old, mad cool dude, and he changed and he's like a Christian dude now, super religious. So you guys can't sit there and say an 18-year-old kid deserves to die just because of a mistake they're making. Yes, it's a horrible mistake, but people learn from the mistakes. Just like I don't think my neighbor got caught, he was a little better than this guy, if you can say that, but people got to learn from the mistakes. It's these things called spike strips in the road or roadblocks. You can have those to stop someone who's running away from the cops like that. I mean, they have things set up like that. There's no reason for people to just first thing to be or the last resort. I mean, really, there's no reason for anyone to use a gun on someone unless someone else is shooting guns, having a crazy shootout with someone. Even then, there's ways to seduce someone. I mean, that's more. If someone was actually shooting at the cops, I see a more of a way to them actually getting killed. But a lot of these cases, people don't have guns. People look at the Korean Gates case, but even the cops said there was no shots fired until the cop fired. I mean, just because you point a gun at the cops, yeah, it's risky and all, but I mean, that's when you gotta have them tactics and stuff. It was in her house. Like you think about someone going through the door, it's not like someone is just like, oh, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Like they knocked on the door. It was a whole negotiation thing happening. Stumbling on my word. To me, it's just I don't understand a lot of people's ideology. I think some people need to maybe further explain to me why does any crime should be justified by murder. I mean, if we actually look at things like this, serial killers don't get off. Well, I mean, Ted Bundy, so he had interviews with him. Marilyn Manson, we got not Marilyn Manson, wow, Charles Manson. We have interviews with him on YouTube. Look it up. And these people are serial killers, known killers. But it seemed like anytime, especially when it's black, people just look at like, oh, they deserve to die. If I go out there and commit a crime right now, yes, I'm a bad person for doing that, but my punishment should not be death, especially if it's a misdemeanor, or even if it's a felony. My punishment should not mean death. And I think a lot of people need to look at their mindset and what they need to think about. What makes you think your life is better than the next person? We all make mistakes at young ages. I mean, that's part about being a teenager. And yeah, Korryn Gates, her case, she's 23 years old. That's like a year younger than me. I mean, I know around women that age. I mean, she might have been a little hothead. She might have made mistakes. People make mistakes in their 20s. 20s is a learning curve. I mean, I just made a video about making mistakes like that. Same with 18. You're coming to age, you don't have nothing to do, so you do dumb stuff like that. Not everyone, but people do stuff like that. We know about teenagers. I mean, it's kind of a stereotype, but I know from being a teenager, we know teenagers don't have much to do, can't really work yet because some of them not legal to work. And some people don't want to take the chance on teenagers at that age. I mean, at that time I was working, but that's a different story. Well, people do dumb stuff like that, but it's up to us as adults and people to mentor these people before they won't get in these different types of situations. But instead, I see mainly grown folks saying they deserve to die and not looking at people coming from their perspective and also, I mean, the police perspective. I mean, of course, that's all people do is like they put in the police perspective. Of course, they were scared, but just because you're scared do not mean the first thing you do is violence or something that's murder, like aggressive violence. That's like right now, if you see an old lady walking down the street, you get scared of her. You gonna just shoot her? It's the dumb thing. We gotta start valuing life more and treating people as human beings. So that being said, share love, spread love, like, comment, subscribe. I kind of want to talk a little bit more on here, but I mean, that's all I want to say is that we need to really look at ourselves as human beings. Putting all the links down below. Check me out, you guys. Peace.